Are you a business owner who is sick and tired of dealing with demanding customers? Do they harass you on a daily basis, complaining and asking for refunds or discounts? Are they stressing you out so much that your health is slowly deteriorating and you don't know if you can make it anymore? The fact is, if a business is not set up the right way in the beginning, you will always end up in this sort of nightmarish predicament. Small businesses must have profit margins in order to avoid this dynamic. In order to have good profit and not just revenue, you must become a premium service. You need to be a premium seller. Now, check this out. My entire life, I've heard the phrase, the customer is always right. The customer is always right. But today, I'd like to challenge that notion. In fact, I'm going to claim the opposite. The customer is not always right. They will absolutely kill you if you let them. And if you do, it's all your fault. You need to design your business better so both sides win. I'll share methods in this video that will help you. My name is Leavona. I have been building businesses for over 25 years, and now I am helping entrepreneurs to grow their business by selling more effectively with honor, integrity, and confidence. If that sounds like something valuable to you, hit that subscribe button. Listen, the sad fact is not all businesses will bring you joy. I've been there. It's frustrating. You started a business idea because you love people. It makes you happy to serve. You dreamed of using your skill to be a blessing to others. You imagined their lives being made better and transforming. You saw yourself spending most of your time doing something that you love. But somehow, it has not been that way, has it? Instead, you keep attracting the customers who don't seem to get it at all. What if you got it all wrong in the beginning? Not in your vision, but rather in your approach. Let's do a quick drill, shall we? Let's do it together. Let's go back in our memories when we first started our business. We had hope in our hearts. We knew we had something to offer. We could enrich people's lives in some way, shape, or form. But the customers didn't see it this way. If you don't set up things properly from the get-go, you will lose in business, my friend. Trust me. People are inherently selfish and dishonest. They will take you for all you have and still feel like you're ripping them off. Their perception of the relationship is totally different from yours. They don't see the beautiful vision you had at first that made you start your mission in the first place. And for their sake, nonetheless, their relationship with your business is toxic, and they seem to believe they have a right to abuse you and whomever is working for you. Listen, the customer is not always right. I strongly believe this. They can't be, because you have set up your business the wrong way. And you can't blame them because it is your fault. You give them an opening by offering them too much for too little. It's your fault. Whether it's fair or not, that's the facts. So here, I will give you 3 insights about what may have gone wrong in the beginning. Correcting these mistakes will set you on your way to recovery. And if you have not yet started your business, that's even better, because you can use these concepts to skip the suffering altogether. All right, so here it is. Mistake number 1. You do not charge enough for your services. You need to charge enough. If you charge less and give their customers a break, People who charge less and give their customers a break end up losing. The reason why you charge less so you can give them a break is because you have fear. Okay? You have fear of being rejected when you drop your price. Listen, I'm not judging you. I just want you to see how ridiculous it is. I've been in the same position after making the same mistake. You want to show mercy and not offend, but then the customers are relentless and show you no mercy. And again, it was fear that was secretly motivating you all along. Here's one way we can untangle this knot and get things flowing better. It's easy to say, but hard to do. You need to start charging more. You need to give yourself permission because it's okay. It's fair. What's not fair is your customers eating you alive while never being satisfied. You see, the truth is you need to plan before you need to plan better for how you decide to charge. Here is the reasoning you can use, although it will be slightly different for each situation. Charge enough. Pay yourself. 2. All right. 3. Cover all expenses to run your business and do the job yourself for itself. Oh boy. And if you have no expenses, calculate all of this and charge them at that price. This is the fair market value, and you do need to do this in order to have a chance to scale later when you will need to pay for all these other things. Again, I reiterate, this is what is fair. If you are charging less, the customer is ripping you off, whether they realize it or not, and that's your fault. You let it happen. The good news is you can fix it. I highly recommend, after you have calculated for all of this, that you add 25 to 50% more to the price. This will future-proof your business a little against inflation and give you margin to hire, improve, process, upgrade equipment, and make payroll later. Set it up right going forward and stop the choking feeling. Just make sure you do a great job. More on that later. Your current customer may not want to do business with you going forward. You have to realize that. Be prepared, okay? You can either make your stand, or if you need the money really bad, you probably do, simply offer the new program and price to new incoming customers only. A third option is to offer to all customers and explain they will be upgraded to a superior version of what is the program that now is. Then gradually replace the old customers who don't want the better service as they fall off, since they are so unhappy. Mistake number 2, mistakes today. You overcommit. You've been charging them so little, practically nothing. You promise that you will begin, charging them low, and then they get accustomed to that. Since things are so tight now, you have to cram more customers into the schedule, and let's be real, quality will suffer. You find you can't keep your own word sometimes. No bueno. To heal this first, do step 1. Once you get your price, you can start to take on less customers, but make more profit per each one. This frees you up to give better quality. When selling to new customers, sell them a better, more premium solution, charge them more, but under promise and then over deliver. If this video is helping you so far, I really would appreciate it if you could give me a like or the thumbs up. It would really help the channel and help to get this message out to other aspiring entrepreneurs. Now, for the third mistake, I'm sorry to say this, my dear, but you suck. Listen, the reality is maybe sometimes we have blind spots, okay? And are not as good as we think we are. If you have been charging too small and overpromising, of course that is your fault. And you almost can't blame your cheapskate customers for being dissatisfied. It doesn't have to stay this way. That's for sure. How to improve if they think you suck? First, make sure to do step 1 and 2. That will actually solve most of the problem. Besides that, start taking feedbacks, especially from the newer, better customers. Find out what they want. Improve upon those things. I will need to go into more detail on how to go about this in future videos for the sake of time. Listen, do better for the good of the customers that sign up for the new and improved version of your program. They deserve it after all, because they are always paying the right way and they need to get what they are paying for. Now keep reiterating and improving until you are better than the competition. And that's how you can fix your broken business system and get your life back together on track. Okay? So that you can pursue your original version once again. All right? Now, the question is, will you have what it takes to put this into action? The choice is yours. I would really love to invite you to a live training that I will be hosting on Monday, October 20th at 5 p.m. It's called the Exceptional Seller's Mindset. In this event, I will be sharing what is essentially the main mindset secret that has helped me to sell effectively and build my businesses. It's totally free to attend. Check out the link in the description below to sign up. I'd love to have you, as I really believe it has the potential to help you change the way you sell forever. And in a way, that will really make you feel good. And when you learn how to sell in a way that makes you feel good, you get really confident. Now at this time, we will move into the freestyle portion of the video or of the show, and I will do what I do every day, the why factor. The why factor is an important part of this program because it allows us business owners to ask the question, why? Why did we get into business in the first place? Sometimes business gets so hard that we ask ourselves the question as to why did we do it? Why did we get into this? Why didn't we stay in corporate? Why didn't we work for Uncle Sam? Life is so hard and so difficult, and the business is it is so draining. Why did I get into it in the first place? So this is what we do every single day. And you know, the topic about the customers really bothers me. It bothers me because, let me give you a brief little story here. When I started, I trusted them too. I trusted them and I wanted to do so much for them. But I find that even on my journey through the 25 years, people want what they want. And all they want is for you to give them what they want. They don't want to hear the background things. They will come to you and they will unburden to you when they don't have anybody else to take that burden out of them. You know, they'll come and press into you and dump all their garbage at you. But when you're trying to reciprocate same and you say, well, look, you know, this is why I started this business. You know, I'm having problems. and I really wanted to talk to you because, we have inflation now and I'm going to have to bring. They don't care about none of that. They don't care. Inflation could come and it can jump as high as the sky. You have given them a price and that is what they want. They don't want for you to tell them that you're going to charge more. And they know very well that they go out to other vendors and they have to charge more. But when it comes to you, they don't want to. Because they got it so cheap. What are you talking about now? About inflation? Who gives a crap? I'm not paying you anything else. And I've found that people can get so nasty. They get so nasty, You left out like a fairy flying on a cloud. And you wanted to do so much for them. And then you find out that you're the only one loving. You're the only one caring. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about you not being able to pay your overhead and pay your staff because inflation came and rocked everything. They don't care about you. So, that bothers me. And I really want to send this home to you, because if you're working and your staff is working and they're giving everything and the customer does not care, and then you're struggling to pay them, you're having to go back now into the reserves, the things, the funds that you're supposed to have in case of an emergency, to pay them, because you can't make them come and work for you every day and then tell you, I'm sorry, we didn't make budget today. And it bothers me. It bothers me, especially when you know that they're always complaining. I find that I have so many videos out there. I have this video where I spoke about the customers who are premium and they never bother you. It's always the ones who are not paying much that bother. And so this is a heavy topic on my mind, because I've seen it through every single business that I've passed through. And I listen to other people talk about, other entrepreneurs talk about their experiences, that people will always be people. And they will always come back hoping that they can get a refund. You sell your product and then they say, oh, there was a button missing off of this one. Oh, or this one had a cut. Somebody cut it with a scissor by mistake. I don't know, they need to be more careful when they're processing these things. But they're the one who used it at the party and then told themselves they want back their money. So listen, I just want you, as we close out for the weekend, I want you to remember the reason why we start business is because we knew we had a special gift. And because we had this gift, or we have this gift, we tell ourselves we're going to serve. Don't be naive. You're going to give your heart, and some people will reciprocate same. They're going to do to you what you're doing to them. They will love. You got some sweethearts out here. But then you have some hearts that are really bad, We have a video out there that we call something about the English tonguers. They're so cheap. They're so cheap. Every single nickel and dime they count. And the only way for us to get rid of them and to have freedom in our lives is that we have to charge premium. We have to charge premium. Premium rubs out and disappears the ones that are going to give us problems. And let me tell you something. I don't know if you've noticed it yet. The people who do not like to pay are the problem makers. They're always complaining, always calling for the refunds and what's not. So you have to watch them. There's a weed out that I use where I work with premium customers, premium clients. I put premium prices on everything, and that weeds them out. If you cannot pay for premium, I'm having a lot of that tonight. Forgive me. If you cannot pay for premium, you're going to drop off. So that's how you weed them out. And you have peace of mind. And like I said, freedom. All right. So that has been on my mind. And I'm glad that I was able to put into words something for you about how you can solve the problem. You don't want to hate anybody. It could come to a point where customers are so relentless that you feel like, you could start, your heart changes against them. But the beautiful thing about the relentlessness of the evil customer is that when you might be working for Uncle Sam or corporate or small businesses, right? When they do these bad things, you have to abide. You have to take it. But when the business is yours and you hear that they're abusing your employees, when you're in corporate in Uncle Sam, you can't call them and tell them, listen, I heard that you were abusing my client today, my customer, my employee. You can't do that, ma'am. You can't do that, sir. Please desist. Cease and desist, or I'm going to have to end our contract. Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. Yes, I can. My employees come first, sir. They are the lifeline of my business. And you are just one person out of thousands of others that I have. And I cannot have you abuse. I cannot have you. I can't have you abuse them. But that's the beauty of being the homeowner. You can shut them down. They either confirm or they can go. All right? So, it's been a long week. I don't know how your week has been, but I trust that as we come to the end now, the weekend is going to be peaceful, restful. Sometimes we have to force ourselves to take the peace and bring it back. I had fun with you guys. I had fun doing this. I always, when I get into anything, I dedicate myself 110%. And so it has been a blast being with you guys this week. And now for the weekend, my husband and I are going to prepare for, the training program and then, try to rest in between. All right. If you loved what I did today or sometimes we can't fall in love right away. Love is a choice we make. If you liked what we put together for you tonight, give us a thumbs up. We asked you before, thumbs up, subscribe, share. All right. And we look forward to seeing you in the program, the training program. It's on at 5 p.m. All right. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I'll see you again on Monday. Bye-bye.